we must get it right. We must get it right. We must get to the end of this matter. We must lay our hands on this disbursement. Nobody's giving up and nobody's going to let go, because what belongs to the masses must get to the masses. All right, I want you to pay attention to this latest development of this grant ecosystem that we have been fighting for, this grant that we have been fighting for. Pay attention to this development and make sure you read in between the line, and the comment section is open for discussion. Subscribe and share this piece of information. Let's talk in the comment section.
Good news, good news, and good news. And I know that we're recipients of good news. And the fact remains that we will be carriers of good news. And this is what God has made us to be, because whatever thing the enemy plans, it won't come to pass. We are children of purpose, children of hope, children of fulfillment of prophecies, and that is what you are listening to me right now. So I'm poised to deliver. Now, there was a question. When we dropped that last voice note concerning Madam Ngozi Israel and the alleged voice note from her that has to do with that nobody has been paid, and as against what she said initially, that disbursement has started directly or indirectly. That voice note went so viral, and it went, I think Osim also got to hear that. Then we have a lot of individuals too who got to hear that, and they brought the voice note to the hearing of Osim to validate that voice note from Madam Ngozi Israel. And I'm going to read that piece for you to hear, then the submission of Osim for our feel. All right, this is Princess channel, the channel with legitimacy of update and information that you require for your field. In case you are here and you're just passing time, you've not subscribed, this is the time to do that. We love you as a channel, and God bless you. I'll be with you just in a moment. Don't touch the dial. All right, welcome back. And this was the question that was directed at Osim. The name was not mentioned, but this is what she says. Say, the great Osim, please, can you clarify the voice note Madam Ngozi Israel just released that said, disbursement is yet to commence? Thanks, as I await your response, because what you said is final answer when it comes to this program. All right, that's the level of confidence some people have come to build over time in Osim's release and submissions. All right, so then when Osim was to respond, this was his response to that. He said, I'm still going to give an expanded version of this, but then in his words, this was what he said. All right. He said, of course, she only said what she knows. Information about the disbursement process. I'm being cautious about what I reveal. I mentioned that it has started for some high-level individuals or big boys without naming names, and that other stakeholders would follow suit the coming week. There is a limit to what someone else can know or understand, suggesting that some information might be beyond her level or authority. My dear brother, don't give yourself unnecessary stress. Disbursement has started. And that's the signature there under Osim. I hope we got that very clear. All right, now, by way of explanation, before now, I've read what Osim said, that disbursement started on Tuesday and is going to end yesterday, which is on Friday. Then it will commence to all of the stakeholders from Monday next week. Now, naturally, Madam Ngozi Israel could only speak from the extent of knowledge and information that is available to her at the time, and specifically concerning the disbursement process. I think that's what Osim is trying to picture here. And we must understand that in structured operations of this particular magnitude, no one singular person holds the entirety of the information. I said it before in the last voice note that I dropped on this channel. You might feel you are privy to certain information. Some other personalities are also privy to certain information, but they are quiet about it. You might be outspoken. They might be such an introvert who doesn't speak out. But what they know is what they know. And if someone else asks them of that information, they tell you the truth about it. And it's not wrong after all, just because of security consciousness. You understand? So we must understand that in that structured form of operations as we have, in this kind of magnitude situation before us, no one singular person holds the entirety of the information, especially when they are not positioned at the core of decision making. So what Madam Ngozi Israel shared likely reflects what has been communicated to her in time and perhaps on an official surface level, or in other words, what is generally accessible to those outside the inner circle of this ongoing process is what that person is going to talk about. Now, as for Osim, according to him, he has chosen to tread with caution regarding what he disclosed, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. And he is fully aware that not every truth should be broadcasted prematurely, particularly in sensitive matters that involves financial disbursement and multiple stakeholders, where everyone is expecting, and you just need to get out the right information to the masses so that they don't get it twisted after all. Do you understand? Now, he also subtly affirmed, he carefully affirmed that the process of disbursement has commenced, indeed, quietly and also deliberately, for a certain category of beneficiaries. I'm just trying to expand Osim's assertion so that you get the full clear picture and understand where we're talking from. He affirmed that the process of disbursement has commenced quietly and deliberately for certain categories of beneficiaries. And these are not your everyday recipients. They are what many people refer to in colloquial terms as the big boys. That is, those are the individuals whose influence and stakes have placed them in the first stream of disbursement. He deliberately withheld the names of such caliber of groups or individuals because the aim was not to spark rumors or stir unnecessary competitions within the ecosystem, but simply to offer assurance that progress is real and is ongoing. Now, it is also worth emphasizing that not everyone can or should know everything. Some dimensions of this process are layered, and some are confidential, and some are reserved for individuals who operate at higher levels of engagement or authority. So that doesn't invalidate anyone else's involvement or expectation. It simply means that the flow of information is compartmentalized. What does it mean? As it is often the case with organized systems of this nature, you can't spill everything out. It's compartmentalized. So I want to urge you, you that is listening to me right now, do not allow anxiety or impatience of any kind to burden your heart. In fact, avoid unnecessary mental stress. This is not out of speculation right now, but from verified insight. Disbursement, according to Osim, has already begun. And the process is real. It is active. It is unfolding. Yes. So what we are seeing is a phased rollout. A phased rollout that is starting from the top tiers and is gradually moving down to other deserving stakeholders. And according to him, as he said within the week, that by next week, more would be visible, or how do I put it now? By the week coming, more will be visibly happening. More things will be happening in such a visible form. In other words, more open to the public to see. It's going to be of public layer. And clarity would come to those that have been in expectation and waiting for this. So let patience be your posture and faith be your compass. Everything, and I say everything, is turning around to your favor. Everything is falling into place. One step at a time, lines are falling onto you in pleasant places. And yea, behold, you have a goodly heritage. This is the right moment to spill the bean. So forget about it. Listen to the last voice note I made here. Security consciousness could be the bane here. Why Madam Ngozi Israel is trying to also withdraw certain information and making it classified. We know they are gimmicks. But you see, Osim has laid the cards bare confidently, without mincing words. He has said it as it is. He is an inside man. Ngozi Israel is an inside man. There are other inside men and women that you don't know nothing about, but they existed. So lines are falling onto you. The disbursement has begun in a subtle, silent, but deliberate way. It will reach you. Did you hear that? It will reach you. It's going to reach everyone who has legibly subscribed, and they are in expectation of this powerful insight and revelations coming to drop your fund into your bank account. You're part of this beneficiary, and you would smile. Tell yourself, lines are falling onto me in pleasant places, and yea, I have a goodly heritage. And that is your portion. In Jesus Christ's name, we have spoken.